Hi everybody and welcome to another session with Beyond Skin Clinic. You're here with myself, Jenny, and my colleague Fiona.
Hi everybody.
And today we're going to focus on rosacea. So this is something that we see a lot of in our clinic. 1 in 10 people in the UK actually suffer from rosacea. It is very common in Ireland and the UK with the Celtic skin. So we're going to take a little bit of a deeper look at what rosacea is and the kind of things that we can do to combat it. So rosacea is a long-term skin condition. It's something that will never be cured. It's something that you will have for your entire life if you do suffer from it, but it is something that can be managed. I think that's really important for people to understand, that this is something that, yes, they may have to live with, but it's very manageable whenever you deal with it in the right way. So it does affect lots of different types of people, but we do see that the fairer skins probably do suffer a little bit more. It's something that affects both men and women, although we probably tend to see slightly more women suffer from rosacea, but it can happen at any age as well. Things can trigger a flare-up. So we'll talk a little bit about what the symptoms kind of look like, and it's something that you might be familiar with or think that you might have, but really it's a sort of a redness across the face. Quite often you'll see it along the cheeks, maybe and around the nose area, but it can affect the entire face. And it can present in a couple of different ways. So broken capillaries would be quite common, or a flushed redness. Sometimes there's also can be red bumps or acne associated with it. And there can be some skin sensitivity as well. People can notice a dryness, or they can notice it wouldn't necessarily be that the face is red all the time. It could be something that just comes up, that flares up with certain triggers, or it could be that your face is red all the time as well. Really, it presents differently with different people, so sometimes it can be quite difficult to sort of pinpoint, but a lot of people do sort of think, they go, oh, I've got rosacea, and quite often they do, because it is so common.
It is, yeah. Sometimes people, have flare-ups. Sometimes they're just quite fair-skinned, and maybe they'll just flush really easily, or else the redness can be there all the time. Yeah.
Well, there's loads of things, like talking about flare-ups, that can cause that to happen. And I think people that sort of, a blush is a different type of thing. A blush would be a normal reaction, but I think it's if the redness is there and stays a little bit longer, or is more of an irritation, that's where we would kind of go, it's more of a rosacea. But you can see some of the things there that can cause flare-ups. I think anybody that's looking at these and going, oh yeah, that's me, you'll know exactly what we're talking about, and you probably know yourself what your triggers are and the things that you kind of naturally stay away from. So there are lots of things that you can do to actually manage rosacea symptoms and reduce those flare-ups. So knowing what those triggers are, those things that we just spoke about, so things like alcohol, stress, dairy, sugars, different types of foods that can cause those flare-ups to happen. Knowing what they are and avoiding them is obviously a good way to combat it. And there are definitely good routines you can get into with your skincare to help reduce that redness, reduce that inflammation, and get your skin kind of under control again and healthy. We would always recommend that if you are struggling with rosacea or any kind of skin condition, come and talk to a professional like ourselves, so that we can help you design that routine for you and make sure you're using the right kind of products. I think it's important to say that using the wrong kind of products may have the opposite effect, and you may in fact irritate your skin more than you do harm than good. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Also, there's lots of great information out there and lots of good resources, but there's also a lot of conflicting information. And because everyone's skin is so different, I would just be very cautionary about saying what's worked for somebody may not work for you, especially with something like rosacea, which is so personal and presents so differently in so many different people. An SPF is a must. Always, any kind of skin condition or any skin of any day, any time, always SPF, but especially with a rosacea or a sensitive skin where it does have that susceptibility to irritation. Broad spectrum physical SPF, and our favorite, because I have it in front of me here, I can show you, is HelioCare SPF. There we go. We love this. Everybody in our clinic walks out with one of these. Brilliant SPF. Can't recommend it enough. If symptoms get particularly bad, it may be necessary to visit your doctor to think about an antibiotic or some kind of medication, but we would hope that it wouldn't get to that stage, and there are things that we can do before it gets to that kind of level. So there's a couple of different types of rosacea symptoms that we can treat in our clinic successfully with treatments. So the vascular type, the facial flushing and the redness or the broken capillaries that you see, those can be treated quite easily using laser treatment, suitable for a lot of different skin types. No downtime, painless, very quick and easy treatment. And the inflammatory redness that comes maybe with an acne as well, sometimes can take a little bit longer to get a handle on, and maybe a little bit longer to get a good result, but again, something that is very manageable with the right care. And I know, Fiona, you've had a couple of success stories with clients. If you want to talk us through these clients.
Yeah, so this is the client. Obviously, this is quite mild form really of rosacea, or the start of rosacea even. But she's got broken capillaries, as you can see, along the nose area. And the before picture, and then that's the after picture then, where they're quite faded. So this is using our laser, and it basically cauterizes the vein, and it will fade away then. So she would need another, maybe a couple of treatments. That was just after one treatment of the laser, and she will need another couple of treatments after that to, you know, completely get rid of the veins. Yeah,
That's a really
so
good result for just one session.
just one session, yeah. And that's just one of the treatments that we do in the clinic as well. We do a number of treatments for rosacea. So there's the redness reduction with the laser as well, and there's the LED. There's lots of different things we can treat within the clinic. And this is another client who, to be honest, at first she wanted a treatment done, but her acne rosacea was too inflamed for us to treat. So we did send her away with products, and this was the result of just using the products at home for 2 weeks. And then she was able to come in and have different treatments then. I think she went on to peels after this in the clinic. But you can see just after 2 weeks of using her products at home, the result was amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And she was so happy. It's amazing the difference that a really good home care regime can make, actually.
Yeah.
I think people sometimes discount that.
She came in and she had lots of makeup on, just covering it all up, which was just making it even worse, to having all those kind of chemicals on the face as well, and trying to cover it up. And all she wanted to do was to kind of have a fresher skin that she could maybe, you know, not wear as much makeup with. And in the end, she did, which was brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic result, fantastic. So yeah, as we were saying there is that client that was using products herself at home and able to manage her symptoms. There's so much we can do ourselves.
There is, yeah. So there's so many home care treatments that we can advise you on, but the most important thing is to have the consultation beforehand, just so we can get the right regime for you. So just depending on your lifestyle as well and what products we would recommend. So this is Epionce, which is what actually that last photograph was on and is still on, hopefully. So Epionce is a fantastic brand that has 20 years of research into all their products with proven results. They really, really help with reducing inflammation. It's all about repairing your skin's barrier and your moisture barrier that has been compromised by, you know, your skin sensitivity or your rosacea, and it really helps reduce the redness as well. Loads of really active ingredients as well in their products, just to help reduce inflammation and redness in the skin and really build up your skin.
I love their philosophy. I think that the philosophy of Epionce and how they approach skincare is different to some other brands, because it is so much about that nourishment and repairing and repairing that skin barrier and really getting skin healthy. And when the skin is healthy and functioning as it should, the treatments are going to work better. So I think being on board with the Epionce range and finding what works for you and really getting your skin in the optimal condition just means that our job is a lot easier then when you come in.
It really does. Yeah. brilliant product to be using at this time as well. Before then, you know, obviously we're not in clinic at the minute, to get your skin prepared for treatments as well.
Absolutely.
So this is another, this is an advanced nutrition program. So these are supplements that you can use at home. You would take about 2 in the morning normally with these ones. This is the Skin Youth Biome. So obviously your gut health is really important, and if it's not in its best condition, it normally shows in the skin in inflammation as well, and that can be a sign then, you know, come out in rosacea if your gut health isn't great. So this is what Skin Youth Biome is all about.
Anybody with any kind of food sensitivity is going to be fully aware of what happens when they eat the wrong thing, or, you know, they forget that they can't have a strawberry or whatever it is, and that does, you get that flushing and you get that reaction. Like adding that good probiotic bacteria back in. And
vitamin C brilliant as well, just to build up the strength of your capillaries, to prevent against you know, your capillaries breaking as well, and that flushing to the skin. And this contains vitamin C and then your good bacteria as well, to build up your gut health. Yeah,
really, really amazing probiotic there.
So this is the phytocorrective from SkinCeuticals, and this is actually quite cooling whenever you use it on the skin initially as well. So it's going to reduce any inflammation in the skin. Really beautiful hydrator for sensitive skin. Your skin will just drink this up, and it's full of hyaluronic acid as well. And it's got cucumber and thyme to calm and soothe the skin. Really nice product. You can use this one around the eyes as well.
Lovely product, yeah.
And then the Delicate Soothing Serum. This smells amazing, actually. It's going to nourish and hydrate and calm the skin. Really good after any peels or any treatments in clinic as well. And it's got copper in to strengthen the skin. Yeah,
I love that. And that's an antioxidant serum, the Delicate Soothing Serum. So that's exactly what your skin needs to help repair and protect it. So, but that one, specifically the Delicate range from DermaQuest, is perfect for any kind of sensitivity or any kind of rosacea concerns. Or I love it.
So it's actually, it's lightweight, but it's got a good, nice consistency to it. It's not too fluid. You could use this actually on its own, even at night time, just to really hydrate the skin and protect the skin, you know, if you do have that kind of redness or sensitivity to the skin. And it feels like as soon as you apply it, as I say, it smells great as well.
Always helps.
So yeah, Timeless Truth Mask's brilliant, just to reduce kind of any redness in the skin. The Sunflower Mask is just a miracle worker, really, for redness. It's unbelievable.
Incredible, the results of that, how quickly it can really bring down the redness. It is incredible. We really need to do a proper time lapse of somebody wearing the mask just to see the redness come out.
So we actually would use this in clinic after our microneedling treatments, and obviously with the microneedling, people's skin afterwards are just so red. I mean, so red, they're purple really after microneedling. And we apply the sunflower mask, and it just completely brings their skin right back to normal. It's unbelievable. So yeah, anybody who does kind of have redness that they're really conscious about, use this mask, even if they were going out somewhere or something and they're concerned about redness in their skin. You know, use this on before you go out, and it's perfect. It's brilliant.
Yeah, the results from that from one little mask is incredible. Actually, it is. It's really impressive.
So yeah, so that's really all the products today we're going to talk about. But if there's anything else that you would like to ask or you need advice on, we are available online for consultations. So yeah, please get in touch so that we can build a really good skincare regime for you to help you at home now at this time.
Yeah, definitely. We can't stress enough the importance of, there is no one size fits all solution for rosacea. Everyone's skin is so different and reacts in such different ways. It is important to get the proper tailored advice that you need, but we're here to help. That's exactly what we're here to do. So
yeah.
Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us today. You can book yourself a private consultation online, or you can ask us a question in the comments, and we'll be happy to see you soon.
Yes, thank you everybody. See you again soon.